Okay, this is going to be the case build of my new case. It's not really going to be a change of much. I'm going to add some more hard drives, and I'm going to move what's in that computer into this one. And also, I will say, I want to apologize for the audio. This camera mic isn't great, but it's all I've got to record with right now. I'm using a camcorder, and yeah, it's all I've got. I could use my phone, but my phone is doing one thing at the moment. It's transferring my previous video to Dropbox because it takes forever, and I just wanted to get the computers done on the same day, and I've only got so much time to work with, so I'm having to use this camera. Yeah, there you go. Right, so next stage I will be showing you what is in that computer and why I'm upgrading from that case to this one. So here we go. Okay, this is my old PC case. As you can see, it is NAFU. That's my 780 Ti. Underneath that is an i7 3770K, not overclocked, but it boosts really well, so I think if I was to get some proper water cooling on it, it would overclock really well. 16 gigs of Kingston HyperX RAM and hard drive, crap hard drive, and another hard drive down there. So got some more hard drives to put in, but yeah, this is a mess I've been working with for a very long time. So yeah, hence the reason for the new case. So I'm going to take all this out, and when I get to the motherboard going into that case is when we'll skip to. Okay, current build progress. There you go, autofocus, so yeah. It's got the power supply in, no motherboard yet, but still trying to work on the cable management. I have put the, I don't know how visible that is, put my hand in there. Got the cables from the case here run through the back of the holes here, and what I'm about to do is get this mess through these holes here. So next step, we'll have motherboard in. Okay, next step in the build log. You would not believe the trouble I had getting this motherboard in. I don't know what it was, but the riser screws, where did I put them? The riser screws that came, come on, focus. Okay. The riser screws that came with the case, for some reason, just would not marry up with the holes on the motherboard screws. So for what I did, I took the riser screws out of this case and out of that case, took them from that case, put them in this one, and used the original screws from the riser screws in that one in here, and it all worked fine. I don't know why. For some reason, I thought that the holes, like the pre-drill holes, for some reason were NAFU, like they weren't the right ones, even though it's a standard ATX motherboard. I was like, fuck! But yeah, it took me a better part of 45 minutes to get this damn motherboard in the case, but it's in now. And yeah, so now it's time to put the graphics card in, I think is the next step, and then power it all up. Okay, at this point in the build, I have the graphics card installed, most of the cables routed through the back. It's not the best cable management, I know, but I will tidy it up. And one thing I wanted to point out with this bar that comes from here to here that supports the graphics card, look how much my 780 sags. That's why I liked that bar in the middle there. I just don't know how well it's going to affect here, because it comes right down here. This is where one of the fans are, whatever. So we'll see how that affects it, but still, it should be alright, I would imagine. But yeah, it's starting to look like a computer now. Okay, we're at the point of installing hard drives, and I just wanted to point out that these two here, top and bottom two, were my original drives in the original computer. That's a 500 gig, that's my boot drive, but I will be changing that to something I'm going to show you in a second. That was my original storage drive, slow as heck, 1 terabyte, that's all I had. Sergio was kind enough to, from PC Shed, was kind enough to give me this drive, which is a Western Digital Black. I'll actually pop it out so you can see it. Not about tallest tray. Base, there we go. Proof, Western Digital Black. These drives are supposed to be, as far as storage and mechanical, these are supposed to be the fastest and most efficient drives out there you can get, which is I'm quite happy to have. It's only 1 terabyte, but again, you know, Sergio was happy to give it, happy enough to give it to me, and I'm happy enough to receive it. And I'll go over my hard drive array in a bit because I've got to change up a few things. Can't do this whilst filming. There we go. And what I'm going to swap my boot drive here for is this little beauty. It's a 250 gig SSD. Again, Sergio was kind enough to give to me. I'm gonna have to do some wizardry, transfer that to the Western Digital so that it'll be my backup, and then put that in here. Probably report my success on that in a later video. Current state of the case replacement vlog, if you want to call it a vlog. The SSD housing is not very well done, I've discovered. Either I'm doing something wrong or it just doesn't sit in here. So what I'm going to have to do is bend this out of the way and then just have the SSD resting on these supports here as I screw it in. Because this and this do not like each other. So, I don't know if it's just a design fault with the case or I'm doing something wrong. Could very well be that. Might check out some videos first before I completely destroy this. But, excuse me. So, But yeah, as far as that goes, I'm not too happy about it. I mean, technically the SSD doesn't really need it. It could just sit there, but either that or I find some other mounting solution. But we'll see. See how it goes. Okay, we're in the final stage of the build, or put together, whatever you want to call it. Cable management is going to the back. Can't really see it. I mean, because the case doesn't have a lot of space at the back, I kind of had to stuff the excess cables under there because they just wouldn't fit at the back otherwise. And here's this center support I was on about, supporting the graphics card. And yeah, looks like a computer again. All air cooled, no water cooling. Not messed with water cooling yet. So, also my voice sounds a little bit different. I'm having to run through the microphone from my phone because I can't talk too loud because my wife is in bed now. But yeah, it's looking like a computer again. The only thing I'd like to upgrade from here would be replace this with a H60, is it? The Corsair H60, which is a water cooling block, and maybe upgrade this to 750 just because I would like to have the peace of mind. This is more than enough, but I'd still just like to have a 750 for future. And there's my hard drive array. I had to, anyone who gets this case in the future, can't really see it. You can see it here with the torch. I had to bend the metal at the front and at the back just to get the SSD in. If I was doing it wrong, it was just the way the case, this particular case was put together. When it goes in, it works fine. I've tested everything to make sure it all runs okay. So, but just if you're getting this case, just be aware that this may be in the way. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, that is my new PC. Well, new PC case. Oh, and the other one other thing before I forget, these don't work. This drive kept coming out, so I just had to screw it in on both sides. So yeah, that is my PC. I won't bother showing any video of it running because everyone knows what a PC looks like when it's running, but yeah, that is the Zalman R1 PC case. Everything in it. Pretty swish. Okay guys, we are at the end of the build vlog, if you want to call it a build vlog. Got some extra footage and also some photos to go through. What I ended up doing with the hard drives, I did try cloning my original 500 gig onto the SSD, but it didn't quite work out very well. So what I ended up doing was just reinstalling the operating system and then just having a clean boot drive on the SSD and then just reinstalling all my programs from there. I didn't really want to do that, but
it was, in the end, it was actually the most simple thing to do, because the PC wasn't, I think it was just the software that I chose, it just wasn't working very well. I think it was because it was a 500 gig going on to 250 gig. I don't know, it's just something wasn't working right. So like I said, I just reinstalled the operating system, wiped my original boot drive, and now I've got essentially 3 storage drives and an SSD, and I've got the Western Digital running as my game drive, which is awesome, which I think is actually what it's designed for. I just wanted to say a big thank you to Sergio and the guys at PC Shed, who were kind enough to give me the 780 Ti that you saw in this video, and the SSD and the Western Digital Black that you saw in this video as well. Those guys are amazing. They do random acts of kindness, and that's what got me those PC parts. They just heard in passing that I wanted to upgrade my PC, and what I might, kind of like subtly asked what I might like to upgrade, and they got me the few parts that I actually wanted. So big shout out to those guys. If you're not watching the channel or subscribe to them, I would urge you to go check them out. I will post a link in the description for them. I've even edited videos for their channel in the past, so I won't say we've got a partnership, but we got a little thing going. I mean, I know Sergio in real life anyway, and I will be taking a trip down to see him this week, actually, so stay tuned for those videos. Hoping to do either another build progress sort of thing, or I don't know, just some random PC videos. It'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, again, I can't say thank you enough to Sergio and Richard at PC Shed. Those guys are awesome, and you guys should definitely check them out. So thanks again, guys, for watching this rather shaky camera video of my PC parts migration into my R1 mid-tower case. It was frustrating at times, and it was also a lot of fun at times. Thanks, guys, for watching. Totally appreciate you taking the time to check out my video and my channel. If you haven't seen any of the videos on my channel yet, I would urge you to check them out. This is obviously the self-plugging section, so if you don't like it, then click off now. But yeah, I do PC gameplays, I do console gameplays, I do live streaming, I do all sorts. But I try to interact with my viewers as much as possible, so leave as many comments as you like. I will try to respond to all of them. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Subscribe, check out the rest of the videos on the channel, and it's time for me to get back to my Fallout 4 Let's Play. Thanks, guys, and I will talk to you all soon.